Hey, it's Roger Waddle here, and I want to talk to y'all about something that's very important, and it's something that we really can't avoid if we look to have success and achievement in our life. And I'm going to talk to y'all about the process. Now, the process is defined as a systematic series of actions directed to some end, also as a continuous action, operation, or a series of changes taking place in a definite manner. So we see people that all throughout the Bible and all throughout life that went through processes to get to where they are. They didn't just wake up and one day they were successful or they were accomplished. We see in Luke chapter 2 verse 52, it says that Jesus himself, Jesus, the King, went through a process. It said that he grew in wisdom, stature, and in favor with God and man. So that was a process that he had to go through before he could carry out what he was sent to carry out. We see people like Abraham, who went through, who God had made a promise to, but it was a process of time before he got to that promise. We see people like King David, who was anointed to be the king as a young boy, but he actually didn't become the king instantly. There was a process of growth that he went through. So I'm going to talk to y'all about a process. You see, P.R.O.C.E.S.S, process. You see, the P, before you first go into the process, you have to first of all have a purpose. You have to know what that end is that you're going to be working towards. You see, the definition is a systematic series of actions directed to some end, a continuous action, operation, or series of changes taking place in a definite manner. So you got to have a purpose first. That's the P, purpose. Then you have to make up in your mind that you're going to be persistent, that you're going to persist to that purpose. And you also have to, develop some perseverance. These are things that you have to make up in your mind right at the beginning of the process. Then you have R. R stands for repetition. Let me ask you a question. Do you think Michael Jordan became arguably the best basketball player of all times by shooting one jump shot a day, or maybe doing one rep a day or something like that in the weight room? No, there was repetition. He shot thousands of jump shots. He perfected his craft over and over and over again. That's the same thing you're going to have to do. You're going to have to get some reps in. You're going to have to do some repetition and perfect what it is that you're setting out to do. Repetition, that's the R. Then you have O. Now, this is toward the middle of the process. And this kind of way, it might get a little bit hard, okay? Because the O, first of all, the O is a circle, okay? It's a circle. So there's going to be some changes that you're going to have to make in the circle of people around you. You may have to have a season of separation from a lot of people. You're going to have to change your circle. The O also stands for out. So there's going to be some people that you're going to have to get out of your life. It's just the bottom line. You see, Abraham had to do it with his nephew Lot. He loved his nephew, but there came a point in time where he had to separate from Lot in order for God to take him to the next level. But you see, don't be discouraged by that, because if you keep reading that story about Abraham, later on, after he got to the level that he needed to get to, he was able to go back and get Lot at a later date. So, it's only for a season, but you may have to have that separation. You have to change your circle, and there may be some people that you're going to have to get out of your life. Then you have the C. You see, you have to be consistent. You have to be consistent with anything that you're going to do, anything that you're pushing towards to be successful at. And also, there's going to be some times and things that are going to come to develop your character. There's going to have to be some character that be developed. Who are you, at 2 o'clock in the morning when nobody's around? That's your character. How do you act? What do you, that character. There's going to be a point in time where you're going to have to develop character. There's going to be some things that come at you to develop your character. Be not dismayed. And then there's E. You see, throughout this whole process, it's going to get hard, it's going to get tough, but you have to be able to maintain enthusiasm. Enthusiasm, comes from the Greek word enthos, which means God within. You see, you're going to have to be able to be excited. You're going to have energy, even when things don't look good all the time. You're going to have that enthusiasm, the energy, excitement about what you're doing, because that's what's going to draw people to you, And then you're going to have then you have the first S. This is where you're going to have to develop, a skill set. This goes along with, with repetition and consistency. You're going to have to be able to really tweak and master the skill set that's going to be able to take you to the point of perfection in your field. And then the last S is success. And that's how you're going to get there, folks. There's a process to everything. Don't forsake the process. Don't abort your process. The process is proven. I see you all at the top. This is Roger Wilder. See y'all in the next video.